You know, obviously I can get better to myself. I'm always learning, so I always make updated videos, updated tips and tricks that I use and I've learned, and stuff that I've learned from others. That was nice, man. That was nice. If you use too much throttle, you will miss some of the track. You don't need to use that much throttle. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to drift in BDC Clutch Kickers Drift AI. And the reason I'm showing you in Drift AI is because with Drift AI maps, they have AIs that go around. They basically do the lines just right to show you how to do it, so you don't practice bad lines and learn bad habits. And Clutch Kickers is a very popular, well-known map. And if you don't know how to drift, this will be a good video to help you how to drift in general on a particular map. Any map you choose, the same fundamentals apply, whether you're on a steering wheel, controller, or keyboard. These fundamentals apply. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. Now, I'm going to be drifting in the BMW E36 M3. I'll make a video on this. Now, eventually on the future, I'll make videos on different cars, different car packs, different maps, and I'll continue to update these and make these better. So let's go ahead and get straight into this, and let's do this. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all having a great, amazing day. Hope you all ready to drift. So as I always say, you always want to give this at least 30 minutes a day for 5 days. That is my technique. But also, with that being said, make sure you're using these strategies and these techniques to help you become a better drifter very quickly. So as I said, give it at least 30 minutes a day for at least 7 days. Now, it's at least, I know for a fact that 30 minutes, you're not doing nothing for some period of time. You're probably scrolling through. It is no problem to give something 30 minutes. Now, this is with anything you want to learn. So if you want to learn how to play the guitar, if you want to learn how to do anything, give it 30 minutes a day for at least 7 days, and you'll be profoundly better when you use the correct techniques. So we want to start off using throttle control. So as we all know, and if you don't know, I'm gonna teach this like you don't know how to drift at all, because this is just that's how it is. So you want to feather the throttle. As you can see in the bottom right here, here's my brake. Red is my brake right here. You can see my mouse. Red is my brake. The blue is my clutch, and the green is my throttle. I'm not gonna be using the clutch off rip, because I know some people don't have the clutch. I know some people don't have the handbrake, so I'm not gonna be using the handbrake, and I'm not gonna be using the clutch off the rip. So what I'm gonna be doing is throttle control. So you don't want to max out on the throttle. You want to be careful and feather the throttle. Just squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Don't fully just max out on the throttle. Let me make sure I fix my gears first. Let's put those on tuned. Put that on 86. So you wanna feather this thing. Now, these are BDC cars. In a high power car, you will spin out. So don't get in the habit of flooring it at 100%. So you don't want to, just do that. Throttle control is very important. So just feather it, squeeze it, love it, and enjoy it. So let's go ahead and hop in with these cars right here. I'm going to give you an example of throttle control. All right. So when you're holding it like that, so when you're on a drift, hold it. So when you're about to transition, you can kind of let go right quick. So I'll let go, but never fully, always squeeze it. Never fully let off the throttle 100%. Now when you're doing like that, you always want to kind of hold it to keep the drift. Like right here, we'll hold it to keep it. But you always want to like let off. Never fully throttle it too much. Never fully hold it down. Always give it like 80%. You don't need all that to drift. So always squeeze it, never fully hold it down. On transitions, let it go. Now, right now, we're going over throttle fundamentals. But when it comes to the throttle, just squeeze it. Don't fully hold it down. On transitions, let off a little bit. And just keep feathering it, keep flooring it. And always, right here you can gas it, but always maintain throttle so you don't lose the RPMs. So never fully let off. So let's kind of take a break so we can go over what we just learned. So what we learned is that we're squeezing the throttle. You don't want to fully let off. And also what you want to do is drift in the highest gear possible. So whether it's going to differentiate from car to car. So the car I'm in right now is 3rd gear, but depending on which car pack you're using, it could be 4th gear, it could be 5th gear, whatever you're using. However you have your gear sets, just make sure you drift in the highest gear possible. If not, The car sounds like it's about to blow up. The drifts aren't as smooth. You can't hold the drifts as long as you can when you're drifting in the highest gear possible. So this is how you know if you need to turn up the gear or not. So I'm gonna be in second gear and you'll hear how the car sounds so nasty. I can't drift nowhere near as good. So let's get into it. So this is drifting in the nasty gear. The car sounds like it's about to explode. It sounds horrible. The drifts are nowhere near as smooth. I barely can drift the same. I mean, I'm still drifting, I guess, but this is just so improper way to drift. And a lot of people think they're drifting good when they're drifting like this, and it's just not correct. Drift in the highest gear possible. As you can see, I'm still drifting, but it's just, nah, that's not good. So listen to the difference when you drift the right way. Listen to how smooth it sounds. Watch how easier my car turns. Watch how longer I can hold these drifts. So make sure you drift in the highest gear possible. In another point of view, don't practice in third, practice in first. Third will teach you some habits that aren't unrealistic point of views that you can't really see. I did something to my steering wheel, but I guess I'll worry about it later. All right. So basically, let's go over this first throttle control technique. All right. So we're gonna hold that, let go, throttle squeezing, applying pressure. We're holding right here because we're maintaining this drift line. All right, we're about to transition, let go, get on their line, squeeze, let go, squeeze and squeeze. So I'm just tapping the brake, enjoying it. You know, I'm not beating on it, I'm not abusing it, I'm treating it nice, respecting it. And that's how, you know, and on that clutch kickers map. You know, another thing, you always want to go wide. Make sure you always go wide, especially kind of wider than what, you know, anybody else you're drifting with is going. Gotta, you know, match that line for real. All right, and let's go over fundamental number 2, which is the steering. You know, throttle is the most important. Let's go over fundamental number 2 in the drifting on BDC clutch kickers, one of the best maps out here. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you're in here, make sure you tune some of these cars. Like right here, this was on tuned, but you got to put it on race fuel. If it's not on race fuel in the BDC, you know, just make sure you definitely check that. And I'm gonna turn my third gear to about 86. It really doesn't matter. You can probably leave it at 90. That's just the way I tweak mine. But just definitely make sure you have that race fuel on. All right, now let's get into the second fundamentals, which is steering. When it comes to steering, you just want to be like wax on, wax off. You want to let the steering wheel align itself, move, and you just want to catch it and counter steer it. So let me kind of give you an example of what I'm talking about. You don't want to oversteer too hard. I'll give you an example of basically what not to do. So you don't want to come out here and do this right here. You don't want to oversteer too hard. And then just basically, you'll do that basically. If you oversteer too hard, that was a little bit of oversteering too hard with a little bit of throttle control. But throttle control isn't really a big deal. Like as far as on these BDCs, it is a big deal. Like I'm just saying that was what I did there was definitely not. It was more of an oversteering problem and not a throttle control problem, because you can fix a throttle control more quickly, but you cannot fix that. But don't oversteer. Don't come out here and oversteer. Oversteering to get you, it'll make you spin out. Don't oversteer. And don't fight the steering wheel. Let me kind of show you what you want to do. I'm gonna give you an example of what you want to do. You can see the steering wheel. I'm gonna kind of like have it right here. You'll see. I'm holding the clutch. As soon as I let go of the clutch, we'll be here. All right, now what you want to do is let that thing just fly in your hand. I'm gonna So what you want to do is you want to come here. I'm just letting it go and I'm just catching it. We're maintaining that throttle pressure, letting it go, and I'm just catching that thing. Coming here, letting it go, and then I just catch it where I want, so I can kind of like counter steer and do what I want to do. Don't throttle it all the way. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving it way too much throttle all the way. You'll need to maintain like 80% and don't let off all the way. You don't need that much throttle. Let that thing steer. And let the wheel steer for you. And basically you just kind of correct it. I'm trying to like get in this groove with these guys, but they keep, I'm trying to talk. Let me get in sync with these guys. Alright, I'm in sync with them now. There you go. And just always squeezing. Squeezing is the method. Handbrake correct. Handbrake correct. Look at that. Clutch correct. I come around, I catch them. I'm just trying to show you the fundamentals of drifting on AI clutch kickers. Drift AI, come around, I catch them, I follow their angle on the outside, stay on the outside, keep that angle, go with their angle. Try not to cut in on the angle. Try to actually hit that angle they're hitting. Try not to slant it and create like a diagonal line in the lines. Cut at their angle. And you see what I'm saying? See how I went at the exact angle they went at, and I didn't cut in at all. Same thing again, I didn't cut in. I'm not letting off the throttle. I'm squeezing, not applying too much throttle. I'm counter steering. I'm finna let it go and I'll catch it. See what I'm saying? You let it go and you catch it where you want it. You gotta feel the weight distribution in the car, and you'll know when to catch it. You'll know when to let it go. Once you understand the feeling and how the car works and how you understand it, you'll be able to feel it, and you'll know when to let it go. You'll know when to catch it. You'll feel that weight distribution in the car. All right, and we're back in this thing, just like that. Follow their lines. We're here. And that's how you drift in Klutch Kickers AI. And I'm gonna be showing you. So that was basically that was what it was when it came to steering. So now you have things like clutch kick and you have things like the handbrake. So when it comes to the clutch kick can do two things. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm in third. The blue is a clutch kick right here. So if you look right here, this is my clutch, blue's clutch, red is brake, and green is the throttle. So the clutch kick can do two things. It can boost your RPMs, or it can drop them. So watch this. I'm holding my clutch, and I'm in third gear, and I'm finna just take off. So I'm gonna let go. I'm holding my throttle. I'm gonna let go of my clutch. That's a clutch kick. That's a clutch kick. Now the clutch will also slow you down. Watch what happens when I hold it down. We drop RPMs. We basically kind of like it kills the power. We shut the car down. It's kind of like a mini brake almost. So you would use that sometimes when you get too close to a car because you've over throttled. Because if you know proper technique, you don't need a clutch nor a handbrake. These are just to help you just in case of mishaps. So sometimes you might over throttle. Sometimes you might lose the gears. These things can pop you back into business or stop you from hitting somebody. Or sometimes you might drift too far to the outside, and your clutch can help you slow down from going too far to the outside. So I'll give you an example. Your handbrake can help you create angles when you mess up. These are basically tools for like when you kind of just mess up. So I messed up, so I get my handbrake and clutch. So those are like mess up tools, honestly. They're like course correct yourself once you mess up. But if you drift properly, you don't need them at all. See, I'm course correcting because I messed up. Now I'm back on track now. Now I'm in. Those are basically meant for course corrects. Because you're not drifting properly. You're hitting too much throttle. You're not getting those angles properly. Kind of like there. So handbrakes and clutches don't really teach you good technique and can teach you bad habits. See, like right now, just the fact that I'm even trying to show you how to work on those, I'm actually having a way harder time drifting as far as when I just focused on my throttle and my what's it called. So they're not meant to just continuously use. They're meant for like emergencies, mess ups, quick fixes. But you shouldn't be running it. You should be trying not to run into these. So technically, you don't need a handbrake nor a clutch at all if you drift properly and know how to drift. So, like I said, use the clutch kick to slow down. Like right, I'm clutch kicking. You can see the blue because I got a little too close. So I use it as a mini brake. I use it as a mini brake again. And then also once I get done with that mini brake and kick back off, it boosts my RPMs up. So it stops me from getting too close. And then it also gives me another RPM kick back off. So I'm just in a continuous drift state. Even when I lose it, it was only for a split second. All right, handbrake to help fix my angle. I had messed up my angle. So those come in handy, but you shouldn't rely on them. But they do come in handy. All right, I use the clutch kick to kind of help correct myself and to slow down a little bit. Clutch kick a little bit to kind of give me some boost a little bit. But you don't need these things. They definitely mess up your drifting style without it. If you don't rely on those things and don't think about those things, I drift way better and probably wouldn't ever need it. Clutch kickers drift AI. As you can see, a very fun map to come in here and get some tandems with. Absolutely insane. One of my favorite maps to play on. If anybody's down to play some clutch kickers drift AI, I'm down anytime, any day, anywhere. Let's go, man. Especially with the BDC car pack, one of the easiest and funnest car packs you can drift on. Anybody can come in here and drift in these. Like, I'll drift with one hand. I got to show you guys what it's like to drift with one hand. Just to show you that once you learn these fundamentals, you basically in the game. Once you learn these fundamentals, you can do this without no hands. So I'm just showing you. I know it may seem hard. I know you may think you can never do it. I thought I could never do it. And as you can see, I'm here with no hands. Now I kind of messed up right there, but I'm gonna get this no hand clip to show you what it's like with no hands. No, with one hand. One hand on the steering wheel. This is, you know, it's not that big of a deal once you learn the fundamentals and learn how to just relax, be calm, and control that car. Now, it's scary when you don't know how to control that car, but once you know how to control the car and know what steering that way means, what that means, you have a very understanding of the car, and it almost like you own this. It's almost like you're controlling every bit of it. You're in control. The car is yours, and that's basically what's going on here. I own this car. This car does what I tell it to do when I want it to do it, however I tell it to do it, and that's what's going on. So I drift. I own this car. Regardless, and even if you mess up, you know, that's on you. You did that. So you own the car. Whatever you're doing, that's up to you. It's on you. One hand. I definitely keep, you know, I'm definitely not as good with the. Let me get for real. I'm gonna get this one hand flip. All right, whatever. You get the point. All right. Anyways, so we went over the. Let's have like a recap. So we went over drift in the highest gear possible, because if your car is sounding like all high pitched, it's not good. It needs to be sounding like mid pitch, like very smooth and clean. That's how you know you're drifting in the smooth gear. It can differentiate between car to car. So for this particular car, BMW E36, I'm in third gear, BDC car pack, clutch kickers AI. You don't want to feather the gas. Never try to hit it 100%. Try to avoid hitting it 100%. And you only need about 80% to maintain the drift. Try to never fully let off the throttle. Don't oversteer or don't understeer or oversteer. Let the wheel do its thing. Wax off. Just, you know, start that turn. Let it self-align. Feel the weight distribution in the wheel. Feel the weight distribution and know when to let it go. Know when to catch it and counter steer. Know when to use the clutch kick. Know when to not to use it. You know when to use your stuff. And that's basically it. And once you have it all said and done, so let's get in here. Let's say I'm handbrake, I'm using my clutch, my brake. This is what it all looks like when it's all said and done. This is what you can do. You can come in here and get some beautiful drift AI. Some tandems with some drift AIs. So let's get in here and let's show you what it's like. All right. Alright, let's get these angles, man. I can see these angles. I see the angles. I ain't in sync with them yet. I'm about to get it now. Now I'm in sync. I'm in sync now. Took a minute, but I got it. Once you see the line they're drifting on, you just follow it. Gotta get in sync with these boys. I'm holding it right here, but you don't have to, because if you do, you'll get too close. You don't want to get too close. You want to give them space so you can transition. Letting off the throttle during transitions, I'm kind of correcting myself because I went in instead of going wide like how they went. I went in. All right, I kind of lost my space, but now I'm back at it now. Oh my goodness. All right, bet, let's get it. Drift AIs, I'm about to use everything. I try not to use my clutch and stuff because I know y'all ain't got it, and handbrakes, I know y'all ain't got it, but it's just the way I drift, so I'm about to just use everything. Once you use it all together, this is what you're working with. You know, obviously I can get better to myself. I'm always learning, so I always make updated videos, updated tips and tricks that I use and I've learned, and stuff that I've learned from others. That was nice, man. That was nice. If you use too much throttle, you will miss some of the track. You don't need to use that much throttle. Just feather it and try to avoid 100%. I have a heavy foot, so I know I hit it at 100%, but try 1000% to avoid 100%, especially in a lot of car packs. These are the easier car packs, so they'll let you get away with a lot of this stuff. But in some other car packs, you're gonna be penalized heavy for using the throttle all the way. Try to just feather it. Look at me, I try to hit that thing like Lightning McQueen. And I'm on their lines. I always catch it right here. Let me... And there you go, guys. If this video helped you guys out, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment if you have any issues down below. Hit at me on my Discord. I usually text faster on Discord. And there you go. That's what it looks like. There you go. Look. There you go. There you go. Gotta ease off the throttle right there a little bit. Not hit it too hard. Had the clutch kick a little bit. Got a little too sideways. Almost like I was drifting in third point of view or something. And there you go, ladies and gents. You can see I can do this all day. I can do this all day, and I know how to catch myself, correct myself, fix myself. You'll learn those things as you go. Give it 5 minutes, give it 30 minutes a day for 5 days, and you can drift like me, man. This is what you'll be doing out here, drifting with the guys, or just having some fun by yourself, whatever the case may be. On Clutch Kickers, Drift AI. Make sure you ease on that throttle. Go wide as you possibly can. Make sure you try to come into these Drift AI servers if you can, so you can learn these lines. This server is ACS Drift. I know other servers might have them. I know you can set these up on your own, but this is a public server I'm in. Anybody can join these completely free as long as you have Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition. Anybody can play these. As long as you're on PC too. You're on console, but whatever map you're on, it's the same concept basically. Same concept. This is just an easier Clutch Kickers way to learn. Drift AI helps you learn those proper lines, learn the map. If you don't know the map, it teaches you which way you're supposed to hit the map. Easy way to come in here and learn, man. This could be how to drift for beginners, Clutch Kickers, Drift AI. How to drift for beginners, Clutch Kicker. Alright, I think I proved my point, guys. You see I can drift. I got so many videos of me on the channel drifting. I love to drift. I'll always drift. And I hope I can help you. I hope I help you guys out. I'll make videos in the future on more drifting videos. I'll catch you guys later.